Oh, hello.
Dignitas had such a great... Nah, just kidding. All right, Alistar for Aphromoo. Everybody likes to see this. Aphromoo, the premier Alistar player in the North American LCS.
Yep.
One of my favorites to watch. We'll see.
He's the move. There's no doubt.
What sorts of plays he can come up with. They pretty much, he even puts on all of his practice time in solo queue on that chip. This is one of his favorite, if not his favorites. Maybe
Sure.
Blitzcrank is up there with
Isn't that his little icon? He's got a little afro move, Kyle. With
I mean,
yeah, he knows what he's doing. On either side, is this an echo for balls in the top lane? Is he getting more of a carry spot here other than just his rumble? We don't see him on much other than tanks for the team lately.
That's true. I'm very curious as to where it will go because Incarnation has been playing a lot of long-range mages, high DPS mages from the mid lane. So this is, I would lean towards Meteos or balls, but we will wait and see.
He did try the Fizz recently. Didn't work out too well in week 3 versus Liquid, so he's just trying his hand at it again. Yeah, Ash Rek'Sai picked up on the other side. Rek'Sai getting quite far through there.
So we may Double Lift has definitely played the most Ash in the North American LCS. So no Sivir on the board for CLG. No Sivir, no Stampede comp with the Alistar for them. Instead the long range engage because of Cloud9 getting their hands on Sivir in their first round.
So is this a top lane last pick for Cloud9, and that's Meteos' Echo?
Again, still waiting for the jungle or top lane decider.
For sure. Double lift.
We can cross mid lane off the list.
Yeah. Incarnation's like, I just want Azir, man. He's going to play it again. He played against Enemy yesterday, and like they said, in that Fizz game that Balls played it, he played it against Liquid. Didn't fare too well. Right now, Cloud9 sitting at 2 and 5 in the standings, a very odd position for them to be in, so kind of probably taking a few steps back, make sure they have the fundamentals before they jump into these games. Gnar and Kog'Maw going to be coming out here. Pole Belter's Kog'Maw always bringing a lot of pressure to the game, so CLG looking to have a very nice squad starting this one off.
Yeah, looking to secure late game for themselves. We saw yesterday CLG bottom lane stumbling early, getting a little bit of a deficit for the team, and just being able to rely on that late game power of the AP Kog'Maw for mid. So we're still wondering, which one is jungle and which one is top. Either Echo or Fizz could easily go in either role. Both of them have the same focus, though. They're both trying to dive into the back line, work their way through the obstacle course of Alistar, Rek'Sai, Gnar, try and take down either of those dashless AD carries. Pole Belter and Double Lift going to be the targets. Nautilus is great for setting up some dive on one of those targets with the point and click, and Sivir will assist them. Let's see how well Incarnation can control the battlefield as well this time on Azir. Played his heart out last time. Yeah, he has a very large portion of the team's damage when playing Azir especially. He's up in the 40s.
Difficult to make the last bit of health count, though. Seems like Cloud9's fights are always with their enemies walking away with slivers of health, but the victors of the fight. And C9's just not coming up with anything and always falling behind in the game. Definitely a very, very different area to see them in. It seems like it's hard for them to kind of right that wrong right now.
Yeah, so we've got another matchup of CLG trying to get to that level 11 Kog'Maw, rely on poke, and the other team with the Sivir is going to try and rush him down and get to the target.
See if they can do it. Remember to send your Twitter vote for this match. Tweet at Esports with either hashtag CLG win or hashtag C9 win, and we will share the results in just a few minutes. You see it every time, so get your votes in right now. I see people voting on their phones right now. Everybody hanging out here at the NALCS studios. We're about to get in. The battle arena's full with people as Counterlogic Gaming is about to take on Cloud9 here for our third game of the day. Like you said, Kobe, this one's a very marquee matchup. We'll see if Cloud9 can start to climb those steps again. Going to be one of those top-tier teams that others look to hopefully get a win off of. Right now, teams are hoping to face Cloud9 and find them in this kind of downed position.
Actually, yeah. You want to get your games against Cloud9 while they're looking the weakest, because they're always is that worry of other teams in the North American LCS that they will. Who got that 8 goal? I think that was Afro Mode. Does he have that on attack? Do it. Got another 8. Little does Lemon know, Afro is deep utility. Oh no, Lemon's the one getting it. Just kidding. Little does Afro know.
Just taking money right out of his cow pockets. Can't do it.
It's Golden Alistar. He's taking chips off of his hide.
So go right for the eyes, man.
He's using that anchor. Chip away at him.
Yeah, they're going to head towards the top side. See, Paul's Fizz to the bottom. That is a flash teleport and a flash ignite for those top laners.
Teleport, ignite, 4 balls. I am so here's my take on the Cinder Hulk Fizz. Yes, people making the argument that a tanky, cooldown heavy Fizz is, you know, very annoying and a very strong backline threat. That's very valid. The thing is, going Cinder Hulk is not an efficient item for a top laner anymore.
Right.
Not only because Cinder Hulk damage to champions was nerfed, and most of the top laners' use is to champions. But the gold that you invest in buying a Cinder Hulk is not efficient for the amount of health that you get if you don't build further items with health on it. All the power from the item comes from the extra percentage of health that you get on top of more health building items. So if you're going to build this Trinity Force, there's very little health on that item. If you want to go tanky cooldown Fizz, then go tanky cooldown Fizz. I'm all for it. But you don't have to build Cinder Hulk to do that. You can build health in more efficient ways. Or just go straight for Trinity Force, take Ignite, and make sure you kill that Kog'Maw.
It's, oh, that's nice.
Same. You know, we were actually talking like during watching the watching that video. I've probably spent more time with you, Jat, and Freak than any other human being over the last 3 years.
It's a sweet, sweet bromance, Kobe. It's a fantastic group of dudes to hang
all day, every day. Afromu and Double Lift, probably the same for them.
Absolutely.
These two have been together for so long. Let's see if they can pull off play here with Alistar. These are a couple of their favorite champions right now. Double Lift really liking that Bloodthirster rush as well on Ashe. Good game sense as well. They back off, use the hawk shot.
Any way you can get more in the face of his opponents and continue to do damage, make plays. That's Double Lift. He'll break more fingers if he has to just to get into that fight. I guess he did break it. Slow rolling here for the beginning of this one. As we said, enter into our 3rd game of the day. Teams ready and raring to go. Cloud9 and CLG both have been itching to get onto the Rift here. Both teams got pretty good compositions to start it off. Seems like what they want is on the Rift. We'll have to see if this Fizz once again plays out for balls. Something we're definitely keeping an eye on for that side. And Vidios is Echo Jungle as well.
Yep. You know, with Cloud9 trying to get away with that lane swap, but not able to find it here. CLG calling it. It puts a lot more pressure on those junglers to make early plays. And it makes that teleport from the bottom lane even more important. Also isolates these two fellows. Pobelter, once again, opting for the not only Crystalline Flash start, but also backing it up with the biscuits. So he's got so many consumables. Just wants a hard farm all the way to level 11 to his Luden Echo.
Nice hit on that Siege. Predicted very well. Keeps it just outside the turret aggro range. He's going to be just a minion behind right now.
Yeah, just sticking at his turret, trying to get as many last hits as possible. So far, very, very even.
Yeah.
So going well for Pobelter. Meanwhile, junglers staying inside, trying to hard farm it. Early back there from Meteos, whereas Smithy on Rek'Sai can stay out in the jungle almost indefinitely using her passive, just chugging potions. If he doesn't go for ganks, you don't lose any health. trying to exchange with champions, you can just stick inside and go back for a very big purchase. Looks like he's even going to go for an early move here. All right, so he just used his tunnel. He's creating that tunnel for a later gank. Prepping ganks with Rek'Sai is really, really potent up on this side, because if you either go from that wall over towards the turret or from that wall over to the brush, it's very difficult for the Cloud9 duo to clear either of those tunnels. And it means you come back when your tunnel is off cooldown, you have twice the distance that you can cover. Unlucky for him, Meteos goes and finds it.
Oh. Nope.
JK.
Didn't feel it. Stepped right in the gopher hole, walked out of it. Yeah, he's not going to clear that one either. It looks like
Clearing tunnels
he's saying,
not worth
I don't want
time.
to give myself up, right?
That's an interesting choice from Meteos to just leave Rek'Sai tunnels up.
Well, it will be something we keep tabs on if that plays into one of the first bloods here, which could take a bit. Only level 5 just hit by Xmithy, but he's on that bottom side and have quite a bit to clear as he comes up onto the duo side of the map now that's been switched. Both teams actually meeting each other without too many deep boards here for the 2v in the top lane. So good matchup on that call. I think it was Sneaky and Lemonation to make it first, but they were all doing Krugs and Crump anyways. Haven't seen too much roam from Afro, but trying to go in. The roam from Xmithy.
Oh,
the
that stun lock!
Locks down balls. Could it be enough? The flash is not there for him with the Ignite teleport. He goes down.
Xmithy and Zion.
Great synergy.
1, 2, 3 combo. Nice stun lock there. And they take out balls. No flash. And he is toast. Even with a very quick reaction for the playful Trickster to get out initially, Zion follows it up with his flash. And he definitely trumps the Ignite Summoner in that all-in. Great first gank from Xmithy. He hard farms all the way to level 5 and then straight up gets the first blood. Combo in with Zion. This guy, Zion, since being added to CLG, provided so much threat for the team. Another strong solo carry here for CLG. Zion has carried many a game for these guys. And he's off to a great start here on Gnar. Looks like he is going to be rushing for the Black Cleaver as well.
Right.
To provide extra shred for the Rek'Sai and Ashe.
Zion as a player went through not a few changes himself. The teams always wanted to kind of do something different as he changed. Don't split push so much. Don't be so aggro. Kind of, he's met a middle ground here with Counter Logic Gaming, and he just does exactly what's needed to be done. You hear his idea about farming in 2v1s. It's a privilege to get CS, so he's safe in that sense, but also not afraid to go hard when the time comes.
Yeah, plus he's done really well in lane swaps. CLG right here,
absolutely.
Even mid-game lane swaps, they get the kill, the recall, swap him up to the top side turret. He got a free wave. They shoved that wave all the way into the turret. Cloud9 lose out again. Balls went down to the bottom lane initially. Now has to recall again after walking back from his death timer. And the match from Cloud9 sending Sivir and Nautilus down bottom. They're matching Dragon potential here. And the teleports find themselves back in the top lane. Early gold lead here for CLG still in effect. And now that this duo of Ashe Alistar has hit level 6, there's a very, very big potential for killing Lemon Nation. There's a lot of kill pressure with the amount of CC the bottom lane has. If they bring Rek'Sai to tunnel. But Xmithy gonna prey on the flashless ball.
Oh, just off the wall, but I think there's gonna be enough follow-up damage. Maybe a wallop, maybe he throws the house and the kitchen sink at him, and he does. Should be able to get out of this one. Nicely, the hyper after Gnar. No, he does go down. The Ignite pays off in the top lane.
All right, so he finds the kill this time. Meteos. Was that a ward he was killing? Or, he got, no, he didn't get any summoners. Killing a ward.
Just killing a ward.
So many on-screen spell effects with Echo.
Dashing everywhere. And then he has the clone for parallel convergence. Tricky to keep an eye on, but we'll see if Meteos goes to make any plays soon. Again, a rinse and repeat to balls on the top lane, and they get him once more, knowing that Ignite's not there. And Playful Trickster is a distance they can easily close with Xmithy and Zion Spartan's jumps.
You can tell Afro and Double, by the way they're positioning, they're looking for that all in here. They're trying to...
If Zion Spartan teleports. No.
They're trying to get Sneaky worried. Trying to force him to miss CS here. Did just work on that range minion. But yeah, the aggressive positioning from them. Threatening the all-in. 1 level advantage now.
Look at that vote, too. 52 to 48 in favor of Cloud9. Still a lot from the fans there that believe that this could happen.
Meteos on the Echo, of course, going the tank build as well. Going to be a more utility for his team. Try and use the Fog of War to get off parallel convergence initiations.
Very tricky. You can see players still getting that timing down just perfectly. You could see a little bit of an invade here from Cloud9 as they start to give themselves a vision advantage, clearing wards with power and numbers, making sure Incarnation doesn't just get picked off alone. Another game, however, like CLG played against TDK, that they didn't lane swap, that you don't see Alphamu able to start a huge lead for the team in the beginning because he's kind of cordoned off to the lane with double lift. Usually we see already headbutt pulverizes or hooks toward the mid lane. Yeah, especially with, you know, these two supports, Nautilus and Alistar, huge roam impact if they're able to shove the lane. So the 2-on-2 is extremely important because the lanes have were called and they evened out into 2 versus 2. If either of those duo lanes does get the lead on the other, then it greatly impacts that mid lane, which is going to be the late game power for both teams. So both of these duo lanes going blow for blow and not allowing any opportunity for either support to roam has been pretty big in keeping this mid lane quiet and allowing Pobelter to farm up. He didn't get that combine cost for his Luden Echo, but he does have the tier stacking. He has had it stacking the entire time, and he's almost there. It's actually really close to the Ludens as well. Great farm here in the mid lane. You know, down on Incarnation, who's playing much calmer, it seems, in the mid. Here he'd be down in CS or behind the minion waves, not in front of it, playing a little more scared.
Just got done talking about those roams from the supports. Lemon takes this opportunity after the buy timing for both AD carries to go with Meteos for some duo warding action. Afro as well. Time spent away from lane. All right. If they decided to leave those other tunnels up, then clearing that tunnel, you're actually giving information away. Oh, balls again. Target.
Hits him. Oh, this is getting hard for him. Out of turret range. Oh, the minions! And the Ignite once again takes him down. Balls is getting some hashtag worths, but he's not able to control the lane.
Ignite plus W of Fizz. Keeps catching CLG off guard. However, their job is done. They killed him and they zone him off. All of the minions at the top turret. So they've successfully killed the turret. They're keeping this Fizz down, even without trying to build Cinder Hulk first. He's going to be late on this Trinity Force.
Oh boy.
Great placement for that ooze carpet.
He stays persistent there. You can see slow Incarnation trying to make his way away. What can he do? Okay, so Zion Spartan, I thought he was going to go back for balls on another attack, but he just got finished gnawing out. Afro Moo gets a headbutt out, trying to miss the Time Winder slow, and he does get a bit of gap closed on that. The team is able to get him out. I thought there was a re-engage coming in, but they decide to both back off. As Counterlogic Gaming knows this could be a turret for them on that pressure.
Yeah, they will have to respect Cloud9 when they show up with Afro being low and no ultimate on him, but not punished too heavily for that deep ward. It is cleared out immediately by Cloud9. Meteos, not a fan. Wards in his jungle, drops the pink. And Smithy once again to the top side. This focus of CLG on top side.
Yeah.
Beating up on the Fizz.
Making Zion real big. Already a black cleaver for him. Just about 13 minutes in. He created that at least a minute ago. And things are just working out.
Yeah, and there's been no answer from Meteos on this Echo. Really getting outpaced by Smithy.
Right. Might not be enough information being fed. Calling from behind right now, definitely not Cloud9's forte, as they struggle a little bit knowing that what they play may not actually give them the advantage and just make them fall farther and farther behind. Hesitation is a pretty big evil, and you heal that from a lot of players. See where they can go from here. That Morellonomicon finish up for Incarnation along with his blue buff. He can keep his lane pushed. Maybe he can start to affect some other ones quite soon here.
Yeah, Azir on Morellonomicon is decent.
Right.
But
Pushing.
Poe Belter, just ding 11. He's got blue buff. He's got Luden's Echo. All his dreams have come true. He's ready for action. Ash Arrow's back on, off of cooldown as well for double lift. So they are actually ready. CLG have hit their first spike. First item completed for top laner, mid laner, and AD carry all at the same time. So all they really need to do
Interesting
is
bit of
force some
poking.
action.
Well, they are forcing, knowing that Xmithy's coming down. And they're saying, you know what? They're playing different. Meteos may be close. Parallel Convergence hits Meteos, but doesn't do anything to Xmithy, so it's just a bit of a shield. There's a phase dive. Jump right onto double lift. He's now under the turret. Gonna call for the chrono break. Break in time, and he flies back in. A lot of things happening in retreat right now for Counter Logic Gaming, and as well they should. Ball's coming in with a nice teleport, being the tank for the turret, yelling out Salami. Everybody knows what the deal is, and they're able to get out safely. That means they can go ham.
When you're forced with the Kog'Maw level 11 blue buff Luden's Echo, he has to be at least a screen away. Poe Belter was about 4 screens away, didn't get to partake in the action, and Cloud9 are able to strike back. Great answer of the teleports there. Zion in mini form, not able to add much to the fight. So Balls gets the last laugh on his Fizz. Trinity Force completed. They got the bottom turret, equalized map pressure there for Cloud9. Close as far as gold once again. CLG still have the lead though.
A lot more confident coming in from C9 there. Everybody was on board in that engage, and they were able to turn a fight around. It looked pretty grim to start.
So yeah, the way that CLG want to start their action is actually to have Poe Belter there, land some poke before initiating. Their comp is built around landing poke of Kog'Maw, then popping off the Ashe ultimate once Poe Belter's found his mark. You soften him up, then you force the initiation with Ashe, and they've got great follow-up. Alistar and Gnar, but Cloud9 able to take advantage of the impromptu fight down bottom.
We haven't seen the way that CLG used that Ashe in week 1. They haven't had enough time to really roam around the map, but Double Lift was always just on the side of mid lane, firing an arrow from the Fog of War, using that as initiation. Right now, C9's making the moves.
Yeah, I mean, CLG, they really need to play to the strengths of these champions. There's a reason that they picked the AP Kog'Maw again. But right now, just going to wave clear as Cloud9 rotate up to the top side of the map before CLG do. They have positioning. Meteos attempt number 2 at setting up a bush gank or an ambush, and he's unsuccessful again, has to run away. Last time was versus Smithy, and Smithy was able to avoid the parallel convergence. So, got the advantage. Incarnation constantly shoving Poe Belter in, and the Luden's Echo clear is very real.
So fun to clear with Ludens, whatever you're using. So one shot on Incarnation, you can see just a bit of health there. But the vision lets them know not too many members of C9 in mid. They can start to huddle up. Maybe an Ashe arrow heard across the rift here if Double Lift stays down there. We get a fight.
So they've tried this before, CLG, when they have Ashe. They allow Double Lift to split push. They go for a group 4-person force of fight and just call for an arrow from Double Lift. Last time, it didn't quite work out that well, so they're calling them up.
Sure, they're using Hawk Shot for all the vision as well. Now that that's global, they can get a real good eye on what's going on and where that teleport could be coming in when it's up from walls. Right now, he's about to show himself in the top lane as CLG starts to pressure more. It looks like finally giving up on this one as C9 had a few other things to take care of. Incarnation had the back, and that was CLG's open.
Yeah, so Cloud9's call here is actually the right call. They try and have Sivir shove side lane, and they just get Fizz up to the top side to soak up some more CS as well. They don't want to, try and fight head on this siege from CLG with Poe Belter having both summoners available on the Kog'Maw there with Luden's Echo. Difficult for them to do that, so they try and get sidewave control. They give up the turret. Now, though, I don't know what they, what really late game they're going to be banking on. It's going to get more and more difficult for them. Really what they have to do is find a good spot on the map for the Sivir ultimate to give them enough speed to get to the back line and, attack, pressure Poe Belter and Double Lift at least. CLG right now, they're prepped for a confrontation. Pobelter's got an elixir on top of the perfect items for him. Pobelter is ready to rock now.
Especially with the range they can start these fights with, or if even the headbutt pulverize hits somebody, the arrow, that guy's getting living artillery immediately.
Mid lane shove answers, and ball's gonna go aggressive, misses the fish.
Yeah, show him the waters. This is gonna be the Gnar out as well, though. Zion Spartan can definitely stay for the fight. I don't know, Meteos parallel convergence was quite close and alerted the team, so they just backed off, using it as a disengage. Doublelift's stay in the bottom lane, welcomed with a bit of gold as Cloud9 answers with a top.
It's actually pretty fun when you watch CLG versus Cloud9 because outer turrets get traded so quickly with them. At this stage in the game, they go down really easily, and both teams trying to answer these trades. The entire outer ring for both teams down now, all equalized. So it is time for the groupings.
Let it happen. A good time for Smithy to get that Aegis as well. Recognizing the AP power coming from Cloud9 side.
You know, that's actually something to keep track of, is raising Azir turrets, if you're going to leave the turret, is not always a good choice because it does give 100 gold away. If you're going to abandon it immediately, then you should not pop it.
Treat it like a pink ward.
Yeah.
Can't
$100
protect it, don't put it down. There we going, Sneaky. He could get cut off here. A little bit of a dangerous positioning for him, but they have the pink wards actually to stay safe. That was covered by the coin on the mini-map. All about this do-si-do here. Minute 30 to Dragon, so back and forth pokes in mid. Trying to get them out and get the advantage on this. There's a hawk shot, double lift in mid.
All right, once again, split push here for CLG. They've got the 4-man group ready to siege, and it's all about the accuracy of Kog'Maw. Pobelter landed one onto Sneaky.
Interesting to see the use as well. Very much like a Varus.
Oh, Afro!
Tries to slide in. Afro move. Getting in a good spot. Unbreakable Will's on. He's trying to peel for Pobelter and double lift right now, and don't think it's going to work too well. It's just Lemonation. And Doublelift is actually able to get himself in a good spot. Cloud9 kind of starts backing off of the fight right now. Afromu getting that assist that he wanted now to 1,000 within this game.
Oh, he got him with the house.
It looked like they won't be able to get past the Emperor's Divide. Gnar cannot fit through that spot. And Incarnation gets out. So the initial fight gives Afromu his 1,000, and the arrow does not pick up the kill. It wouldn't have as well.
Great communication.
Solari shield on the turret.
Great communication from Cloud9 there to alert Incarnation. Doublelift could have stepped back a bit into Fog of War for a higher chance. Now there is a ward in the jungle as well, so if somebody had their screen over it, could have alerted him as well. But man, that was with Afromu interrupting the initiation from Cloud9. Still, Balls was able to solo Pobelter. No flash now on Pobelter either. That is the power of the very, very quick Trinity Force Ignite Fizz, who then goes into defensive items.
Hopefully they can crush down his opponent quick enough that it won't matter in a fight, or at least change the opposing team's mind when you do that much front-end damage.
Right, here we go again. Gnar is dry.
Yep.
Starting to charge up now. Fizz circling around the back. He wants to flank. He's got double lift in his eyes.
I don't know if this fight's going to go long enough to get the Gnar bar out. Balls to the backside of the fight already. Got a playful Trickster onto double lift. He's down. Great ultimate from Gnar coming from Zion Spartan. That could have turned it around right away. The double kill come from him as he just wallops everybody across the head. Incarnation back into the fight. Is his safety. Meteos still coming back. Time Winder and the phase dive could easily get them in range to kill a Smithy. He still has that tunnel up that was just about to go down from previously taking down Raptors. And a 3 for 3 across the board after that one ends.
Ooh, Incarnation pulling out the 1v3 as Meteos
aren't things we saw at the beginning of his split.
No, his confidence.
Yeah.
He's really, really playing with a lot more confidence now. I guess there was a lot of pressure when he first got here because Cloud9 were one of the top teams. They had
You're feeling high shoes.
Even though, yeah, exactly. You're feeling high shoes. You've got so much pressure on your shoulders, and they're expected to be top 2. Now, though, with having lost so many games, there's almost, there's less to lose. We talked about, wounded animals sometimes being more dangerous. The expectations have dropped for Cloud9.
Ball's in a great spot to start that behind Dragon.
Yeah, everybody else a little bit far, though. Sneaky runs into melee range. Sneaky, by the way, I didn't even notice that the first time around. But Sneaky he used that Silver speed boost to run all the way into melee range of Zion Spartan. Didn't get an auto off and got 100-0'd.
It's a bit of a whoopsie.
That is definitely a whoopsie-daisy.
Well,
he was looking to chase that. He's like, yeah, balls got to the back line. Take out Kog'Maw and Ashe. I'm on it.
Well, it looked good, right? You had just said Gnar was pretty low on the bar, but they had fought just long enough with damage on Dragon and a little bit of pre-damage to get that bar up. And Zion Spartan timed it right once again. He's been coming up big on that Gnar. The top lane of him and Xmithy started this off very well for Cloud9. And credit to Balls as well for staving off a lot of that pressure and being able to absorb it for the team, not letting it get too far behind.
Right, and because Fizz nowadays, especially going Trinity Force, Zhonya's is not really in the build for Balls. He was going to rely on cooldown reduction to try and get more playful tricksters on. Yeah. He needs to have some support from the rest of the team to be able to make that dive happen. As we saw there, he's not the same AP assassin that's going to go in, burst a target, then Zhonya's wait for his cooldowns and get out. He's going to be in there for a while. So everybody's got to be on the same page when he does venture in. Frozen Heart will be completed very soon for him and give him some, top him off with that much needed cooldown reduction. That plus the Lucidity Boots, it should be good.
Where could Cloud9 be going now? Maybe an eye on the blue buff. They already have a ward there. Starting to deny Pole Belter blue would be very huge for these fights. He's already quite built up in his build. Still that potion elixir he's looking to use for a bit more damage. Ooh, Cloud9 trying to take control over this side of the map.
Looking to head off double lift here. The pain train averted because of CLG running defense here for double lift. The 1-3-1. Well, how are there always two pink wards in there? I feel like we just saw that last game. The double drop of pink wards. Belter cashes in big.
Absolutely, return on investment for sure.
But yeah, the CLG spread there, gaining money from all three lanes, not punished by Cloud9. As the three-man mid-squad able to run defense for double lift. And he's able to get the cash, go back. He's got Last Whisper now to top everything off. And he's ready to fire off an Ashe arrow. I think that CLG definitely ready to group up, use this vision, try and get that poke down. And look for double lift's arrow.
Again, the Bloodthirster Phantom into Last Whisper build for him. Sneaky, obviously going for the Infinity Edge.
Yeah. Cloud9 obviously looking for the opposite. They want to get that quick initiation with Sivir to jump to the back line.
Pop someone down.
Balls does have teleport, by the way, so CLG also have to be cognizant of deep wards from Cloud9 and keep up the sweeping.
Trying to be sneaky. Too much pressure with Meteos here. Too much of a 50-50 Baron up for grabs. Both top laners, as you said, Kobe. Teleport is up. That Ignite is as well for a bit of kill pressure if Balls can get to the back line.
Circling around, looking for a flank.
This is the same thing he did at Dragon. Rinse and repeat for Cloud9. They're able to walk into a fight without having to use a big summoner spell. Pole Belter's getting hit up immediately. That's the playful trickster from Balls. He goes down eventually, though. Zion picks up another kill as he teleported into the fight. Pole Belter still in the back. Half a mana bar in that sorcery potion, able to spit out the living artilleries. Everybody's forced to flash out. Yeah, he had to get out. Flash and heal for himself. Sneaky on the front line. The AD carry in a bad spot at a bad time, and he goes down. That is killable. Health bars now on Cloud9 for the chase. Double Lift cannot get in range, and neither can the rest of the team, but they have all the pressure they want. Incarnation's going to look to set up base and hopefully save off some of this pressure. Pings onto Baron.
Oh, Balls is on a solo mission right now. He's trying so hard to 100% one of the two carries.
Yep.
He almost got Poe Belter. He got the flash, not able to finish the job, and Zion's teleport cuts off the rest of the team, the reinforcements, so there's nobody else to help him out. Incarnation is going for a hero play
That was
here.
his shift. He just used his shift to get into range. You have to consider every brush is warded when you're walking this late in the game, and it was. And Xmithy took advantage. They did stop the Baron on that, but more pressure.
Yeah, he stalls the Baron.
Yeah.
He's going to be down for another 30 seconds, and he has stopped it. They're opting for Dragon instead of returning to the Baron to force here for CLG. So Incarnation, he's really taking it upon himself this game to be a playmaker and step up for the team.
It's kind of like hashtag Hathworth.
Yes.
If it works, then it moves up to a worth. We'll see. It's a hashtag that can change. So 31 minutes. Cloud9 looking confident in the game, although a little bit behind. They're still trying to pressure Counter Logic Gaming, who have just grabbed their third Dragon, have 4 turrets to 3 on the map, and they're looking to pressure that a little bit more. An unfortunate spot for Balls to be in. And he gets hit right in the face. Can they follow it? Doublelift actually has turret aggro on him himself. Chum the Waters comes out. His aggro just gets off, but absolutely baited. Hook, line, and sinker. They trade the retribution kill over there and do get Balls to go down. But Doublelift's getting a little antsy there.
Yeah, I was joking a little bit there for Balls, and Balls actually decides to turn around and go for the kill secure as well, sacrificing his life. So it ends up to be a 1 versus 1. So again, here's how Zion tries to cut off the rest of the team. All's cut around, but Meteos, he's supposed to be the dive, buddy with Balls, and he just cannot find his way through the front line.
Oh,
Incarnation tried to get in there to finish off Poe Belter too. And then the Zhonya's into instant ultimate play from him to survive. Everyone's so low. The backswing of the boomerang from Sneaky does pick up the 1 kill, but running on empty here and everybody blinking. 3,000 gold separates them. It's all about vision here.
Not too bad of a push for CLG. It's actually getting cleaned up by the turret. The next minion wave will be in their favor. TP coming in, Kobe, just over at Wolf Camp. That's a home-guarded fish. Chum the Waters is up onto Poe Belter, a primary target, and he's inside the parallel convergence when Meteos hits. A quick stun onto the carry, and now it's a 5v4. Low health for Cloud9 as they're onto Xmithy now. Looks like the exhaust goes out, so they do get a bit of an advantage on that, and that's the back end for CLG. The arrow misses as they put too much priority onto one target. Zion Spartan with another optimal Gnar ultimate to keep it going. Balls is able to walk away, and Sneaky limps himself back to base.
He's going to try and lifesteal off some minions, it looks like here. It's going to take another magnificent hero play because CLG have a fully healthy Bloodthirster Ashe here, level 16. I don't know. Yeah, Boss decides better.
Finally.
Doesn't go for it.
Third time's a charm.
Wow, man. Even with the dive buddy combo finally working out for Cloud9, everybody focused on diving Poe Belter, kind of lost track of the front line here. And you really lose track of the DPS from Ashe as well.
Great positioning by Balls.
Meteos, he gets it this time by flashing. Flashes into that parallel convergence, gets the stun. They take him out. But Zion or Smithy plus Zion are over there doing so much to Cloud9. And again, the Azir turret that he raises dropped immediately. They take him out. Arrow goes wide, but the exit from the dive there, when Ashe gets to stand still and consistently get off the auto attacks, doesn't have to waste much time kiting at all.
That's bad news, Bears.
He was able to get off the fully stacked Q activation and rip through the squad, even without his Infinity Edge completed yet in that fight. Now,
got that from a bit of a surplus of gold.
After getting that, the boost is going to be very, very real for Doublelift. Now he's going to be putting out even more.
Zion Spartan as well with that Black Cleaver first has already put 2 huge defensive items under his belt, so I don't think anybody's taken him down. We saw just the kind of a beating Xmithy could take on him as he was very deep in that fight. No cares to the world, and he actually came out of it alive. CLG, priority now onto the bottom lane with Baron being down. You use these minions to drop a few turrets quite easily and see what Cloud9 has on their own front doorstep. too long. 1 minute, 30 seconds coming up on a Dragon. CLG should also have coverage on that. But if Balls can get a good hit on one of these teleports again that's unfortunately far from coming up, then that could be their way back in. Right now, they got to watch and wait.
Yeah, Balls looking for that flank, but no opening from CLG. They've warded appropriately, and they're going to earn themselves not only this bottom turret, but the split push pays off as well. Cloud9, do not pull the trigger, do not take the initiation. No opening for them to do so, and Baron buff nets 2 more turrets for CLG.
There you go.
Close the news.
The never so often 1-1-3. They are still spreading it out though. See if they get it to work. A good push in the mid lane by Xmithy's going to call Incarnation over. They lose pressure on this turret, and a bit more damage is whittled down onto that. Focusing nicely on what they need to get. CLG really hasn't strayed from their strategy here, and it's keeping Cloud9 on their heels.
Yeah, they've actually committed Incarnation to answer the Rek'Sai. So Baroned up minions in all 3 lanes. The cannons slowly chipping away, wearing down the Cloud9 defenses. CLG, though, they'll easily be able to retreat, take the Dragon, prep themselves for number 5. It's very dangerous for Cloud9. All their wards were placed around Baron because they wanted to avoid that, avoid this scenario, this exact play that's happening now. So Dragon, very, very dangerous for them to go contest, and they'll probably give it up. If they want to make a full risky Dragon play, then Cloud9 would probably make the call for it on next Dragon, the number 5. Oh. Wow, they're doing it now. For Dragon number 4, they give up an inhibitor turret.
I'm a bit baffled. That's a lot of pressure they can't cover in the top lane. That inhibitor's going to go down. He has a black cleaver, so there is damage. He is bringing it to the table a little bit. Cloud9, yeah, they get second Dragon. It's a bit more power for them, but will they be able to use those stats wisely in this fight? Already a good disengage from CLG, but they're going to try to now stay on. Stop the back game is what they're trying to play here, and I don't think they'll be able to get in range just enough. They do, however, get Incarnation to move in. It is going to be the long walk back here from Cloud9. A teleport coming in for Zion Spartan, and he's going to try to get the boomerang slow onto the team. 3-man Gnar ultimate into the wall. The rest of Counter Logic Gaming is here to sweep up the fight. It's Meteos to the backside. That parallel convergence looks like it actually got a good amount of members, and that's Balls now to take down Doublelift. He's already taken down Zion Spartan. Sneaky, able to clean up a kill. The AD carry still alive for Cloud9, and the front line is keeping him alive in that sense. They pick up some good kills on Counter Logic Gaming.
And this time it's CLG who overcommit to the chase.
Sneaky's 500.
They all pile in to try and take down Incarnation because they saw him blow his flash. They saw him get low. They hit him with the Gnar ultimate. They commit everybody towards it, and Cloud9 are the ones who get to collapse now and clean up the team fight afterwards. Pobelter was so deep, he flashes towards the base. He flashes towards Cloud9's base here. All right, so here's the ultimate from Zion. There it is. Gets a great stun. Incarnation did get his ultimate off first, though, and Sneaky gets to auto-attack the entire time. Meteos gets off the parallel convergence on both priority targets, and Pobelter has to nowhere to go. He flashes in towards the Cloud9 base, into Nautilus, and they just chew him up. This time, it's Sneaky, the AD carry, who gets to freely attack the entire time. So Doublelift had his time in the sun. This time, Cloud9 are able to clean it up. However, they still are leaking control. The top inhibitor
must patch it up.
The top inhibitor is definitely going to stick with them because that one was just taken before the fight, and Baron's up in 1 minute.
We'll see where they can go from here. Crazy game already as we reach 40 minutes. 2 career highlights reached here with Aframu's 1,000 assists being reached earlier in the game, and Sneaky needing 4 kills in this game to reach 500, both reaching a regular season career high there. So congratulations to them. The win probably feel a little bit better tacked on, the cherry on top. And right now, Counter Logic Gaming has that in their eyes. Cloud9 looking for it. It's not there just yet.
Cloud9, it's pretty funny because they have their wins are they've beaten TSM. They haven't gotten many wins this split, but they have beaten, you know, big name teams this split. If they could add CLG to that, then it would still keep people in the. Oh well, this is going to be an explosive.
They are hashing that ward right now.
Hold your breath. Balls has teleport ready, but that channel takes forever if you've got a Shirelli or a... Oop, there it is.
Remember, oh my.
Dead.
See you later, Lemon Nation. They're still going to try to take the fight. 4v5 right onto 5 members of Chronologic Gaming. Cloud9 flexing their muscles, trying to get him pushed back, shifting sands to get Incarnation out of the way of a living artillery. Kind of leaves Meteos out to dry here, and it may be the catch. His chrono break goes back onto Pobelter, but it's not going to be useful for himself. It's now on the full team. It would just be to heal him and only offer a little bit damage back to that amount of health on the side of CLG.
Meteos was going for the parallel convergence ult back into it play, but he got locked up, knocked up, and that's going to be Baron for CLG. The Fog of War Bush play here for CLG pays off.
It did. Counterlogic, Cloud9 kind of waltzed about there as well, almost taunting it out, saying, I wonder where they are. Well, let's spread out and find out. And that's exactly what was the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to make, though, when you have to get wards out. You have to do something, right?
Even more difficult now that CLG are baroned up once again. Let's see if they can withstand the siege. It will be extremely difficult. Double lines, baroned up minions, plus supers on top.
This is one of the games we haven't seen Aframu build a banner of command to get inside the base. He's just going for more defense, cooldown to continue making plays. See that Glacial Shroud in there with 2 abilities to speed the team up.
Whoa, Zion's inside the base, turret goes down.
It's Zion's base now. 3 members can't even really look at him at the moment, but they're going to try to get to the back line with Zion being in the front. He peels back immediately, making sure he can protect everybody he needs to. A nice spell shield for Sneaky there to block the arrow coming in, but the On the Hunt Sivir ultimate is already used, so Cloud9 is now kind of to their own divide on getting in or out of the fight. Balls can use Playful Trickster, not a problem there, but there's still no re-engage after that being down. It's tough for Cloud9 here. 50 seconds on Dragon, that's number 4. It's only going to make things harder.
All right, they chased him off and they've burned the Ash Arrow, but it has cost them Nautilus and Sivir. Overall, CLG still have the pressure. Zion teleports back. Pobelter's got both summoners, by the way, too, so they should be able to close this out.
They don't even do damage to him. That's a big little Gnar, Kobe.
Hops out on half
Now he's a
HP.
gigantic Gnar. Smithy can't really do much. Riptide comes out as Lemon Nation and the boys are just trying to deter CLG, but they, like I said, have no care in the world about entering the base right now. They feel no pressure from this C9 composition and taking things out one by one methodically. Not even needing the full team to get a lot of these engages in and objectives.
Yep, all they have to do is swing around, get all the inhibitors down. Baron, oh, Smithy goes in!
Oh, okay, whoopsie by Smithy. He gets taken down. 70 seconds on the clock. They bump out balls. He's back into the fight now. Chum the Waters went off onto Aframu, so they're not getting too much out of that.
Incarnation!
Double lifts in, double lifts out. It's a double kill for Incarnation. Meteos could have a chase if he gets the phase dive in range, but there's already been enough room cleared by CLG to get out. And everybody is wondering to themselves, how could CLG have botched up that engage?
Well, they're all looking at Smithy. That's how.
That's how, actually.
Whoopsie,
Unfortunate. Him Steve scratching his head now on the screen.
Big sorry, guys. Smithy, that's going to be Dragon number 2 for Cloud9, and they get a little bit of breathing room.
A lot of breathing room there. They were on the Iron Lung for a little bit, and very happy to get a good engage. 7,000 gold down, Kobe. That was not in the cards.
Stop some backs here.
He's
playing with fire, though.
Pobelter almost a little too close. A full man. Gnar ultimate into the wall. 2v4. Zion Spartan almost able to get out, but no follow-ups from Pobelter. Cloud9 able to disperse around the living artilleries, but the initial damage definitely changed Cloud9's mind right away. That was impressive. Zion Spartan completely knowing the boundaries of his Gnar right now this late in the game.
Yeah. Smithy may have extended the duration of this game a good 10 minutes maybe even. So
there's no reason to do that.
Well, I think that was
he might have.
I'm going to go ahead and say that was 100% misclick.
Okay.
Especially if that tunnel was already sitting there. A lot of times with Rek'Sai, walking back and forth, you accidentally click on it. Lemon Nation, immediate ultimate onto double lift to set up Incarnation for the ult back. And you give them Smithy, and they'll go ahead and take the rest of the team there, cut out half of CLG. Not only were they able to survive, keep up an inhibitor, and buy some time for the others to come up, but they also got that dragon off the field again. So CLG aren't even able to get number 4 yet. Number 5 is very far away and won't have anything to do with the end of this game.
Neither of the 80 carries. They're full build. 500 CS almost a piece right now. 80 CS down is Doublelift. He had the lead earlier, but Sneaky has had the pleasure of cleaning up wave after wave when CLG did have the advantage and was pushing Cloud9 in.
That's pretty funny that Sneaky's hit his milestone because Lemon got his first kill of the split in the last fight as well.
Yes, that's true.
He was the only player in the LCS to not have a kill. And he got it there. So another thing that Smithy has been able to give to Cloud9. However,
with the team.
They've got so much work still to do. Cloud9, they're still on death row here. CLG have set him up. They've got him trapped inside their own base.
Zion Spartan keeping that bar just about 80-90%, getting boomerangs in when he needs to.
Wasn't that tunnel still there? I don't even know if that tunnel was pre-existing, but we'll move on.
Honestly, I want to say
CLG.
it might be actually because the health bar was completely white and had only ticked down a few seconds.
Yeah.
17 to
All right,
19, possibly more kills. Doublelift, he got a good bit of distance before the depth charge hit, so no follow-up coming in from Cloud9. That was one of their engages right back onto Lemon. They could be chucked into the inhibitor here if Zion Spartan gets in a good spot. Parallel convergence flash in again for Meteos to try and set up the team. Balls goes down before being able to put out anything. A possible pentakill here for Doublelift. That's a triple. Meteos is close. Chrono breaks back right in favor of Quadra. There it is. A few more kills for Doublelift on Ash. Is it the last shot? Doublelift gets a pentakill, shutting down Sneaky.
And they shut down Cloud9, take home the victory.
Broken finger, ripped, torn apart, take a few off his hand. He's still gonna come out strong and go crazy. Doublelift going ham, Doublelift getting the pentakill as CLG takes down Cloud9.